Love, Chunibyo, and Other Delusions Retold. Episode 9, Yuuta and Rikka, Act 2. The next day, Miss Nanase was in room 1-4 talking to her class about the Ginkgo Festival regulations. Okay, class, the Ginkgo Festival is coming up, so make sure to start preparing. And don't forget, fill out all of your proper paperwork and make sure to turn it in on time. Ishiki was very excited indeed. Woo! Really get you fired up, huh, Tagashi? All right, this is our chance, buddy. What are you getting all worked up for all of a sudden? Asked Yuuta. Dude, it's the school festival, a time where any guy can find any reason to look cool. And to show off for ladies from all over the school. And let's not forget about the dance. We get to get down with the hotties. The dance? Asked Yuuta. Oh yeah, imagine being cheek to cheek with Kumin as we slowly dance the night away. Yeah. Nibutani saw Rikka leaving the classroom. Huh. Looks like she hasn't figured it out yet, she thought. Rikka was washing her hands when Nibutani showed up. Hey, Rikka. Nibutani. I'd like to talk to you about something. It's about Tagashi. Rikka was scared and embarrassed. She put her hands in the sink full of water and threw some at Nibutani. Cut it out! She shouted. Nibutani then took Rikka outside to talk about Yuuta and love? Asked Rikka. Yep. Don't you get it? You like Yuuta, smiled Nibutani. Rikka's whole face turned red. That's too obvious, continued Nibutani. Then, Rikka laughed maniacally and looked up at the sky. Ha 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 ha. Rikka, are you okay? Asked Nibutani. The eye of the Wicked Lord is the strongest, she replied. I've already formed the ultimate pact with Yuuta before this. Love is not necessary to strengthen the bond we have forged. But your heart pounds whenever you're with Tagashi, doesn't it? While they were talking, some yellow butterflies were flying around and Chimera was trying to catch one. You imagine it when you walk home, don't you? Continued Nibutani, smiling. The two of you holding hands, or kissing each other goodbye? The butterflies formed a heart pattern for dramatic effect while Rikka was very uncomfortable indeed. But the eye of the Wicked Lord's power is the strongest. No, but, whimpered Rikka. Nibutani was mildly disappointed. It's almost impressive how you make your delusions overlap with the real world. Kick! Rikka slid and kicked Nibutani, almost tripping her. Rikka then pulled out her umbrella, thrusted it, and used Schwartz's shield on herself. Your psychological attacks have been rendered ineffective, said Rikka. Nibutani then had an idea. She tried to sound like Yuuta and said, Rikka, look into my eyes. Ever since I first laid eyes on you, I knew we were destined to be together. Rikka was sweating. She got up and ran away yet again. Hey, wait! Running away won't solve anything, shouted Nibutani. And thankfully, Rikka came back to Nibutani and Chimera, still embarrassed. Don't worry, she'll get over it soon enough. Later, Yuuta, Rikka, Nibutani, Dekamori, Kumin, and Ishiki were in Miss Nanase's office. She was reading their school performance script they gave to her. Well, as long as it's not disruptive, and no one gets hurt, it should be fine, said Miss Nanase. Really? That's great, said Nibutani. It's just, began Miss Nanase. I understand. Tell us what you need. We are at your disposal, said Nibutani. You really mean it? Asked Miss Nanase. Yes, ma'am, replied Nibutani. It freaks me out how they're so similar, said Yuuta to Ishiki. Totally, he replied. The 6 students left Miss Nanase's office so Nibutani could discuss her next step. All right, Ishiki and Kumin, get with the planning committee to find out how many blackout curtains we need. Roger that, said Kumin. Then, Yuuta and Rikka, you can work on preparations for the dance, continued Nibutani. Why are you giving the orders all of a sudden? Asked Yuuta. She's trying to stage a rebellion, exclaimed Dekamori. But Rikka agreed with Nibutani's directions. Understood. Deko was surprised. Why, Master? Why? She wailed. Shortly after, Everyone got to work but Nibutani. She was reading a book called How to Make a Boyfriend. Don't try this at all in my opinion. She had a plan. Nibutani told Rikka one strategy before meeting with Yuuta. When it's just the two of you, say this. What do you think of me? Rikka and Yuuta were stacking logs while Nibutani watched from some bushes. Yuuta, said Rikka nervously. What do you think about my Eye of the Wicked Lord? She asked. What? Replied Yuuta, confused. Nibutani dropped her book in disappointment. I am the Eye of the Wicked Lord through and through. In times such as these, that is, the Eye of the Wicked Lord is... What the heck are you talking about now? Asked Yuuta. The attempt had failed successfully. Nibutani was greatly disappointed. Just then, Kumin showed up near Nibutani. What are you doing here? She asked. Right back at ya. Where's Ishiki? Asked Nibutani. Well, his upperclassmen in the music club, began Kumin. They were dragging him by the back. What should I do? Asked Kumin. Let him get what he deserves, replied Nibutani. And with that, I face-palmed myself. Next, Rikka and Nibutani tried a second strategy. Nibutani was already starting to get angry. Can you forget the Eye of the Wicked Lord stuff for 2 seconds? This time, just don't do anything at all. Just do this. Nibutani showed Rikka one of the scenarios in the book. It read, when we were all alone, our teacher had asked us to reshelve some books in the library. Today was my chance. When he reached out for the book, I knew. He put his face close to mine. This was no coincidence. When I looked up at him, our eyes met, and we gently kissed. Got it? Asked Nibutani. I swear by the Eye of the Wicked... What did I just say? Yuuta was putting up a poster for the Ginkgo Festival when Rikka showed up. Where did you run off to, Rikka? Asked Yuuta. Can you hand me that tape real quick? She went. What's with you? Asked Yuuta. We don't have time to mess around. Rikka moaned again. Fine then, I'll get it myself, said Yuuta. The tape was behind Rikka. Nibutani, Kumin, and Chimera were watching nearby. Yes. Then when his face gets close, quickly raise your head. Then your eyes meet, whispered Nibutani to herself. As Yuta's head was over Rikka's, he was concerned. You okay there? Rikka realized her moment had come, and she timed it. Badly. She looked up so hard, she hit Yuta's chin and he fell back and dropped the poster. Oh no! Yuuta, are you... began Rikka. He got back up, held his chin and asked, What are you doing? Yuuta, you were wide open, replied Rikka. Nibutani furiously ripped her book in two. The second attempt had failed successfully. You know what they say, third time's the charm. For the final attempt, Nibutani tried out the suspension bridge effect from the book, and she sent Yuuta and Rikka up to the tallest accessible part of the school for them to hang the banners. The school building was 3 stories tall. The sun was starting to set. Whoa! This is higher than I thought, said Yuuta. Sorry! Shouted Nibutani from the ground level. They should be bringing the banner over to us soon, so just wait up there! She then talked to Kumin. It's pretty cliché, but fear is the most effective method. Now that the two of them are alone, their hearts will trick them into realizing their feelings without the need for awkward conversation. I bet it feels nice up there, said Kumin. Yuuta and Rikka were sitting on the ledge of the roof platform. It's pretty, huh? Said Yuuta, but Rikka didn't answer. Something's bothering you, isn't it? You want to keep it a secret? About your father and your house? I'm kind of glad I know to tell the truth. I think I've misunderstood you. Rikka finally reacted to Yuta's words by gasping. Whenever you'd go on about invisible boundary lines, I thought you only did it because you thought it was cool. But I was wrong. I take it for granted since it's something I see every day. But when the sky glows like this, it's really something. Soon that fiery sky will fade in the darkness. It's an amazing transformation. It's almost enough to make you believe that the invisible boundary lines are real. That made Rikka stand up on the roof tile part of the roof while holding the railing. Yuuta! Exclaimed the smiling Rikka. Yuuta was smiling as she slowly approached him. Almost nothing could ruin this perfect moment. Because suddenly, Rikka slipped and slid to the edge of the roof. She was on the verge of falling 3 stories to her death. Rikka! Yuuta! Nibutani, Kumin, and several other students were worried. Nibutani was unfortunately right. Fear was the most effective method. Yuuta and Rikka tried to reach each other, but every time they tried, Rikka would lose her grip and risk death. Nibutani had an idea. Yuuta! You can get it from the 3rd floor! And she raced inside the building. Hold on, Rikka! I'll be back! Said Yuuta. Rikka nodded a yes. Yuuta raced away from the roof, down the stairs to the 3rd floor, and to the corresponding classroom. Rikka was catchable. Yuuta grabbed onto her legs. It's okay. I've got you, he said. All the students were relieved, especially Kumin. It's okay. You can let go now, said Yuuta, and Rikka did, landing safely and hugging Yuuta. He was relieved that she was safe. Are you okay? He asked. Yuuta, replied Rikka, crying, and she hugged Yuuta tightly. Yuuta, Yuuta, Yuuta! She sobbed. Nibutani made it to the scene. She and Kumin smiled. Rikka? Asked Yuuta. I... She went. Rikka was too nervous to say what we think she was gonna say, but Yuuta smiled and hugged her behind her head. Rikka, he whispered.